Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea what we intend to talk about because it could be anything, but I think the title really says it all. But first, a word from our sponsor. You haven't bought Goidcoin. You have doomed this planet. We shall bring destruction and wrath upon you all. Goidcoin, your last chance. All yours, mate. And Doku's gone quiet because I think I broke him.
I'm so disappointed in everyone for not having bought Goidcoin when they had the opportunity. We told you to buy Goidcoin. What are y'all doing?
We really tried, but no one listened, as per usual. Oh well, I don't feel guilty of what happens to the planet now.
How dare you?
Climate change goblin, the revenge. Okay. You would like to point out that there are some rather silly people, I believe.
Silly?
Yes.
Silly's being nice.
I know. I'm trying the being nice thing, see what happens. So go on, tell the wonderful folk what sort of morons that you've been playing with on Twitter.
I'm trying to think of where to begin. So I don't want to begin with the obvious. Let's begin. Well, I'm sure people have seen the title of this stream, and if you haven't, check it, because yes, we're going to be talking about Twitter morons, ladies and gentlemen. Get your beer ready, or if you prefer wine, whiskey, cyanide. Who knows? Who cares? Pick your poison. Because holy hell, I know Twitter is a cesspool full of absolute idiots, but last night and today is just an absolute plethora of stupidity. And, well, why not entertain the audience? So, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin. The first hashtag that I saw trending is, well, it's not the first, but it's the one that I want to talk about first.
Mm-hmm.
Trump is broke. Yeah, you heard me correct, Jenson. Hashtag Trump is broke.
Wow.
Yeah. So, because sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, just saying, I bet he's got more money than us. Okay? Just saying.
You know, it's funny you bring that up, because I felt it necessary to point out to some of these individuals. I'm being very nice, because, 5-minute mark. So, yes, I'm sure losing $70 million to most people sounds like a lot of money. And it is a lot of money. $70 million is indeed a lot of money. I will not say it isn't. You could do a lot with $70 million bucks. But when you're talking about somebody who's worth billions,
Mm-hmm.
70 million's actually not that much. Perhaps you should, and I've indeed said this on Twitter, perhaps you should start thinking in percentages, because, well, let's start looking at what percentage 70 million is compared to when you're worth $2 billion. And that's included the loss that Trump took from when he was in office. I'll give it to everybody in context. If you're worth 1 billion, that's 7%. If you're worth 2 billion, that's 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
I watched one stock I own put me in the green to the tune of 13% in a day. Do you really think these people are concerned about 7 or 3.5%? Nah, that might sound like a lot for people who just toss money into a mutual fund or a 401k, but in reality, 7%, 10%, that's nothing. And when you've already hit the point where you're worth multi-millions or multi-billions, it doesn't matter. And I guarantee you, these same people, they're going to be complaining about, oh my God, Trump is trying to evade his taxes because he's filing for capital loss. That's just his business. That's not even his personal wealth. Imagine how much money he would be worth if he sold off every single Trump tower.
Yeah.
You think this guy is really concerned about a $70 million loss from one business when he owns how many? Like, it's over 200. I know that much. Hey, these people are ridiculous. They're jokes.
Yeah.
They have no idea what they're talking about. Because again, if I was in Trump's position, I wouldn't even care. Again, capital loss, that's a tax break. It's just one business out of how many different businesses do I own? It doesn't impact my personal wealth at all. Because again, it's a business, not personal wealth. But Trump is broke. Okay. All right. Hey, whatever you say, buddy. Whatever you say.
Almost silly, isn't it?
It really is. That brings me to my. Sorry, go ahead.
No, before you do, no, Sharati, we are not changing my name to Gail. Nice try. No. Carry on, mate.
Yeah, that brings me to my second point. Prior to Trump is broke was trending, there was another hashtag that was trending, and it was arrest Trump now. Again. Yes, again. A fucking again. And would you like to know why?
Oh, give me a chuckle. It's no, Kim. No, stop it.
So anyways, and also hello Digital Pollution, hello Sharati, hello Kem. Is there anyone that we've missed in the chat?
No, I think that's all of us.
All right, so arrest Trump was trending as a hashtag because apparently he told some of his former advisors to just ignore subpoenas from the January 6th commission. And they're like, oh my God, this is obstruction of justice. All right, well, there's a few things to point out here. First off, telling someone to do something, you're going to have to prove that it was what's the term I'm looking for? An authoritative thing. Damn it, why am I blanking on the term?
I have no idea.
There's an actual term for it. It's
Okay.
I know authoritative is in the word.
Okay.
But either way, terminology aside, he has to have the authority to tell someone, don't do this or else. Which he didn't. I could say the same thing, like, hey, Mr. Person B, don't comply with this subpoena. It's It's a dog and pony show. It's a fucking clown circus. It doesn't mean they have to listen to me.
No.
You could say, "Oh, well, Trump's an authoritative person. He employs them. Oh, wait, he actually doesn't. They currently are not under his employ. So, so he technically has no authority over them. So that argument goes out the window. So the second argument, the one where they actually might have a valid argument. Well, he's trying to obstruct justice. Oh, you might have an argument there. But if you really want to go down that rabbit hole, what about all of the Democrats who just ignored subpoenas? So should we arrest them and throw them in jail too? Because
Well, that would be good for Shirati because I believe Whitmer kind of ignored what she was told to do. So technically, that's at least one person that would be good if they were put in jail.
oh, and also she did that while she was in office, so technically she actually was in a position of authority. So, yeah, not looking good for you. Oh, by the way, maybe we should look at the CEO of Google, the CEO of Facebook, the CEO of Twitter. Yeah, because the first time they were subpoenaed, they ignored it. So they're also in positions of authority. So if you want to arrest Trump for saying ignore this council, yeah, you're opening a door for a lot of people that would technically be on your side to, well, have a fancy set of new orange clothing.
But Doku, come on, man. Didn't you know orange is the new black? I had to do it. I just had to do that.
I don't even blame you for doing it.
Okay.
As long as you acknowledge it was low-hanging fruit.
Dude, it was dragging on the floor.
Yeah, fair enough. Can't even be mad.
Yeah, but it was accurate. You can't say that I was wrong. That's the thing.
Oh, you definitely weren't wrong.
Of course, it's a dodge joke. I'm trying to do his job here. This is hard bloody work. I'm supposed to be him and Gabby, apparently. Which means technically I've got to argue with myself that, oh my god, I am turning into the pair of them. Oh, that's a horrifying thought. Anyway, sorry, carry on, mate.
Damn. But yeah, that's the reason hashtag arrest Trump was going, is for simply saying, yeah, don't do this, even though he has less authority over them than, well, a lot of other people that have done the exact same damn thing. In other words, it's a joke, it's ridiculous, and it does prove something. These people are terrified of Trump. He's not even in office, and they're still terrified of him. We don't even know if the guy's going to run in 2024. But you mentioned Trump 2024, and holy crap, watch them go insane.
Oh, yeah. To be honest, if he does run, that's a really freaking bad idea. Because the moment he runs, while he's possibly, maybe not, he's got them on the ropes. They don't know what to do. They're panicking. And so they're going to spend all their money to be anti-Trump. When he turns around and goes, nah, I don't think I will. I'm just going to be a kingmaker. And throws himself behind whoever he decides to throw himself behind. Suddenly, a large amount of their money is out the window because they've already spent it on anti-Trump. Well, he's not running.
I think he probably will, because let's be blunt, it's Trump we're talking about, and the dude does have an ego the size of fucking Mount Everest, if not larger.
He does. I agree. I just think he shouldn't.
I don't think he should either. I think he should Well, as you said, I think he should play Kingmaker.
Yeah.
But he probably will. But at that point aside, they're terrified of him. They are really scared. I mean, again, within the course of like 1 hour, you have arrest Trump, trending with Trump is broke. I mean, they can't stop talking about the dude, and all he did was step out of his lane. Like, if you go back before 2016, they were just laughing at him like, yeah, Trump will never be a thing. He's a reality TV star. He owns hotels and this and that. Like, they didn't view him as a threat at all. They thought he was a joke. The second he won, he became the most terrifying thing that could possibly exist in the world ever. Literally worse than Hitler.
It's because of who he beat, to be honest with you. Everybody expected Hillary to be in charge to the degree that it was just a known thing. This is what is going to happen. And because it didn't, that means it's going to be more, him being around makes it more interesting. This is why I'm saying he needs to actually pretend he's going to be running. And shouldn't I? What do you think, people? Yeah! Should I run? Yeah. And at this point, the left are going to lose their living shit. You know it, I know it. As you can imagine, we've gone past the 5 or possibly 10-minute bit, so say what you like.
And to be fair, the reason that they hate Trump so much and why they're so terrified of him, why they want to, quote, hashtag arrest Trump, right? Well, that's not really a quote, just hashtag arrest Trump. The reason they want that and they want him off the stage, he was never supposed to win to begin with. The idea that he was even going to run to them was just such a joke because Hillary was supposed to win. It has nothing to do with that she's the Democrat or any of this or any of that. It's because this was the plan. This was the way things were supposed to be. And Trump just came in and said, no. Nah. he said, nah. The guy said it himself when he was talking about Bill, Barack, and George. He flat out said, if you guys had done a good job, I wouldn't feel the need to run. He gave you the reason right there. The fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat. It's the fact that you establishment career politicians are doing such a crap job and you're not representing the American people properly. You're not upholding your promises. Like, you're just basically, you're garbage. Like, you're only looking out for your own interests. You're leeching off the American people, getting rich off of it while you're in a position of power and authority. He basically said, you know what? You guys suck. Fuck you. And I'm going to do the job. Look at me. I'm the captain now. And that was never supposed to happen. Nobody ever thought it would work. Nobody ever thought that Trump would even get the nomination.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, no one thought he would even get the nomination. They were mocking him. Even on Fox News, they were mocking him and making fun of him. Who the hell would vote for Donald Trump? He is just a joke. And then all of a sudden, the dude freaking wins. It was a threat to their authority and a threat to their power, and it made them very aware of one thing. And one very important thing.
You shouldn't allow people to vote. You should do it all for them. Yeah.
Ironically
enough, was I not meant to say that again?
That's not too far from the truth, because they had the plan. They knew who was supposed to be in charge. They knew who the authority was supposed to be. It was all supposed to go according to plan. And all of a sudden you have this random bombastic, obnoxious guy worth, billions of dollars, but not the richest person on the planet, who just comes in and says, fuck your establishment, fuck your corporate donors. It basically did the same thing that Bernie did when it comes to grassroots supports, because he didn't go to corporate donors or super PACs. He basically said, fuck you, I have enough money anyways. And then comes in and completely derails their plan. And all of a sudden, now the established political elite have to come to terms with a very unfortunate truth. The American people are tired of being essentially debt slaves. We're tired of working for people who do nothing for us but leech our money and get rich while essentially only supporting foreign interests. That if there's a reason when you say, make America great and, America first, it pisses them off so much because their interests aren't with the American people or the country as a whole. They're bought and paid for by, again, foreign interests. Donald Trump was the antithesis of that. And of course, they'll like to sit there and say, oh, well, Trump has all these international businesses and this and that. Yeah, he dropped all of that. Because he had to, but he dropped all of that the second he got elected.
Yeah.
And the guy didn't take any fucking money except for $1 because he legally had to, because if he didn't, they were going to slap a fucking lawsuit on him. So he said, okay, fine, I'll accept $1. I'll donate the rest because I don't need it. And then they freaked out about that. The fact of the matter is, regardless of how you want to spin it, Donald Trump didn't have to do this. To be blunt, I got to give the guy credit. I know a lot of people say, and I've said it in the past, oh, this is just an ego boost. It's not worth the money. Sure, you probably have a point. It probably was an ego boost. Why wouldn't it be? You're the president of the fucking United States.
Yep.
But the fact of the matter is, the guy said exactly what he was going to do. He wasn't shy about it. Like, nobody can say he was shy about it. He told us exactly what the hell he was going to do in a very obnoxious way. But he still did what he said he was going to do. In case anybody had forgotten, Clinton, Bush, and Obama all said, yeah, we're going to secure the border. They never did. They just campaigned on it. Trump actually did something about it.
Talking about the border, did you hear about the 2 caravans that are on their way?
Oh, yeah. And there's apparently someone who's leading the newest caravan coming up saying they're, quote, quote, ready for war. Yeah. To me, that sounds like a declaration of war. Because when you have 60,000 people or more coming to your border saying, hey, we're ready for war. Well, I take that as a declaration of war.
So, to put it bluntly, and how long is it going to take for you guys to surrender?
I think we already have. Let's be let's be blunt. Do you think Biden's going to do anything about it?
So I just want to clarify this. What you're telling me is that the United States of America has turned into France. Wow. I'm not saying you're wrong, but wow.
I'm going to say something worse.
Oh, God. Go on.
I would normally say, yeah, we've turned into France, except France doesn't have sanctuary cities and a sitting federal government that is promising free stuff for their proverbial invaders. Here's your free health Here's your free college. Oh, by the way, tax-paying citizens, you have to pay for this. And oh, if you dare try to deport these people, we're going to also use your taxpayer dollars to not go after the illegals, people here who are illegally, the actual invaders. We're going to persecute you, our own citizens, instead.
So I'm going to guess you heard about the college funds and stuff like that then. Yeah, opinion, please.
You know what? I don't have much of an opinion because it's not new. And that's the bigger problem. We have a federal government that is milking money from taxpayers, most of which live paycheck to paycheck. Because if you're still of the mindset is like, we're going to tax the rich and they're going to pay for all our health care and all the college, you're a fucking moron. If you believe that, your opinion is invalid just because I immediately know you're a fucking idiot. It's like, end of story. If you think that's going to happen, you're a fucking dumbass. There is no way in hell that these multi-millionaire politicians who are friends with multi-billionaires who get fucking corporations to donate to their campaigns are going to sit there and close tax loopholes that they themselves fucking utilizing simply because, oh, we need to have the rich pay their fair share. Dude, they're never going to fucking do that. They're the ones that benefit from it. They're also the ones that are in such a position that they not only get to fucking set the rules, they get to play market maker and taker. Do you think they're going to fucking change a damn thing? No, they're not. It's like these idiots who think Bernie Sanders is the champion of the poor. The bastard's worth millions of fucking dollars, you dumb shits. It's like people like fucking Shoe on Head. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Shoe on Head, you seem like a nice girl and everything, but damn, are you fucking dumb as a box of rocks? You think Bernie Sanders is the fucking champion of the poor? The dude says, oh, of a small summer cabin. It's just a small summer cabin. All Vermonters have a small summer cabin. The dude has a fucking lakefront property worth $600,000. And that's his third fucking home. Not one, not two, but three. The dude's got a fucking yacht to go along with it. Oh, I sold a good book. I sold a book once too. You think this guy bought a $600,000 house, bought and paid for, doesn't owe jack shit in taxes? Fucking sitting here and trying to fucking tell me, oh yeah, we're gonna tax the rich and they're gonna pay their fair share. No, they're fucking not, you idiots. Hey, you think Bernie Sanders is your fucking financial champion because you think this shit's gonna fucking work? You're an idiot. Hey, there's no other way to fucking explain it. If you believe this to be true, you're a fucking dumbass.
Doku, do you want to say it to you, mate? Why don't you just tell us how you really feel instead of hiding it the way you are?
The thing is, I'm actually being reserved.
I know. That's the thing.
It's like a freaking shonen anime. This isn't even my final fucking form. I still got 2 more levels of fuck you to go through.
Good
you like that? You like that analogy, don't you?
I did actually. I tickled. Yeah.
But, you know what? If we're gonna go with that analogy, you know, let's go full bore with it. Let's just double down. Why the fuck not? Maybe this will be my final political run. This will be my legitimate vote for Doku 2024.
I agree. But by the way, seriously, people, vote for him 2024. He's going to do a better job. In all fairness, Toe Mold will do a better job than your president.
Well, that's because we don't really have an actual president. We have a fucking Manchurian candidate.
Yeah, but he is literally more stupid than Toe Mold.
The guy can't string together a fucking coherent sentence. It's disturbing to watch. Yeah. Honestly, I hope he's not in charge, because if he was, I would seriously question the judgment of whoever actually gave him the fucking nuclear football, because he's going to get it confused with his Netflix password, and we don't want to know where that goes.
I just got the mental image of him sort of like waking up one morning with the alarm going, him reaching over to the wrong side, and suddenly, whoops. You can see it, can't you? Come on.
I hate the fact that you're right. I hate the fact that you're right, but you're right. Anyways,
so beep, 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 beep. What? Reach, click.
Well, that's not the microwave. Come on, man. Excuse me, Mr. President. We just launched a warhead at Beijing. Would you like us to call this off? I don't represent you. I don't represent you, lying dog face. I'm gonna give you push-ups, so you got to do the thing. Come on, man. Mr. President, there's 20 seconds left. We're about to launch warhead at Beijing. Do you want to authorize this or call this off? Hey, man, this is not my job. To talk to Jill.
Actually, I have heard him actually say that people should speak to the president, which says so very much about him now, doesn't
it? You mean speak to the guy who thinks he's running for senator?
I have actually said this to you, okay, but I'm going to say it again. I truly, truly believe that when he was running for president, he actually thought he was going against George Washington, the youngster.
Oh, didn't he think he was running against George Bush or something? I don't remember. I know the clip's probably floating around out there, or someone will probably find it. But yeah, this guy doesn't know who he's running against or what office he's running for. He thinks he's his own wife. Like, I'm sorry, guys. The dude is suffering from fucking dementia. Let's just be honest about it. He is. There are reasons to not like Joe Biden. I'm not going to go into them because, well, it's irrelevant, to be perfectly blunt. But there is a reason to not want this person to be the leader of, I don't know, the largest military force in the world. Hey, don't you think this is kind of concerning? We don't even know if the dude's actually really in charge or making decisions for himself. He's a Manchurian candidate. The guy just I'll put it. This is the best way I can put it. You have a president within the first 3 months of his presidency decided to take questions, and he opened up the segment with, well, I know they tell me not to do this, but who? Who is they? You're the president. You're the commander-in-chief. Who is telling you what to do and what not to do? If that doesn't fucking give you red flags, you're clearly not paying attention.
Doku, DM, put that in the background while you're having your rant, because I think it says it all.
Oh boy, what did you send me?
You'll see.
Oh goodness, Jenson, what?
Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh.
In the background, you want to.
Yeah, just give me a moment.
Would you say that class as a raised middle finger to people? Maybe, just possibly.
The thing is, though, it happens like on a daily basis at this point in time.
Yeah.
And again, as you know, maybe not on your channel, but on the other channel that fuck you, YouTube, by the way. I have had harsh criticisms of Trump I'm
Oh, yeah.
not. I am not a blind Trump supporter. When I see him do dumb shit, I call him out for doing dumb shit.
And he does do some dumb shit sometimes, let's be fair.
Oh yeah, he does. You're damn right he does. And but the one area so I'm not even going to go into my Trump criticism rants because I've been over them before. There's no point in rehashing them. The one thing I will give the guy credit for better or worse, he sticks by his guns and he doesn't do shit just because somebody told him to. Like,
True.
Trump does whatever Trump is gonna do. Like it or dislike it, the dude's not a puppet. He is a leader. You could argue he's a good leader. You could argue he's a bad leader. But nonetheless, he is a leader. You can't argue he isn't.
True.
And on that note, to be fair, if you're gonna have someone who is in a position of power, at the level of commander in chief of the United States, you want someone who's not just gonna rubber stamp stuff. You don't want someone who's just gonna be a marionette or a puppet or confused about what flavor of ice cream they're eating that day. You want someone who's going to be at least somewhat competent and also has the gall to stand up to other world leaders. Can you see Biden in the same room as Putin and saying, fuck you, and then Putin going, oh, that could lead our countries to war. Try us. See what the fuck's gonna happen. Do you think Biden would actually be able to do that? Since the left apparently thinks Russia is still the most terrifying thing on the fucking planet, which it's not.
No. By the way, nerd, I actually think that is unreasonable. I think Kermit's a much better leader than Biden ever will be. Biden is the same type of leader as Kermit. Unless you're saying that basically Biden's a muppet, at which point I'm actually completely okay with that statement.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I'm that unsubtle, mate. It had to be done. I thought that was a good picture to pick.
Oh, no, it is. But again, that's my point. Do you think Biden is going to be able... I don't even need to ask this question, actually. Remember the... what was it? The G10 summit?
Yep. Oh, that one. That was classic.
Yeah, not only did they literally laugh at him, like to his face, they laughed to him, or they laughed at him to his face, didn't take him seriously, didn't let him speak. The dude got fucking lost. Like, he got fucking lost. Like, bro, this is the president of the most powerful military, the leader of the free world, and he got lost at the G10 summit, and he had to have his own wife running after him like, no, Joe, not that way. Oh, no, it's this way. No, Joe, over here. Like, bro, it's like he's a small child. Like, what the fuck is this?
I'm assuming you did see the fact that when Mr. Potato Head, also known as Boris Johnson, was doing the introductions, how your president decided that Potato Head forgot to introduce the South African president, literally just after introducing the South African president.
Yeah, I did see that, and I also saw the subsequent laughter that followed.
Yeah. Look, I will take the piss out of America and Biden just because I kind of have to, but I do feel bad for you guys for that one. That has got to really rattle you, just for the sheer dumbassery of it.
Well, it's that's a really good juxtaposition of what it was like when we had Trump and then what it was like when we had Biden. When we had Trump, everybody thought we were dicks, and we were.
Mhm.
Hey, we were. I'm not going to say we weren't. We were. Trump was an asshole. Nobody could say he wasn't. Trump was an asshole. But he didn't let anybody push him around.
True.
But then we have Biden where it's like, dude, they're literally fucking laughing at you. And it's not your own constituents. It's not American citizens. It's not the people in the stadiums chanting F Joe Biden, which weirdly enough now, apparently they're trying to say that F Joe Biden is racist. I don't know. People are dumb. But we have the leaders of foreign nations literally laughing at our leader.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even do anything about it. He's just like, oh, what? Huh? Wait, you already introduced this? Well, we should forget about that first, right? Hey, here's the thing. Joel, where's my ice cream? Like, bro, we look like a fucking joke right now, dude. It's so bad. I can't.
Dude.
Well, sorry, real
Okay.
quick.
Yeah, go on.
I can't imagine the leader of our country, literally the most powerful military force in the world, getting laughed at to their face and face to face in public by other world leaders and not doing anything about it, just sitting there like, bro, that's weak. That is so. How do you have faith in somebody like that?
Yes, I agree.
I'm going to stop sharing, by the way.
Okay. You were seeing his face, wasn't it? It was doing your head in. Remembering the good old days.
Well, mostly it's because I wanted to see. I just wanted to watch the chat and also monitor my internet connection because it's been a little bit wonky today.
Okay, no worries. Like I said, I'm sorry for taking the piss out of the person who pretends to be in charge of your country. But seriously, okay, we all know full well it doesn't matter who people vote for. The vote has already been in. All of your ballots are already pre-signed. They've got experts to pre-sign them, probably Biden. He puts an X next to it, that'll do. Your vote's already in. You know that they're probably going to win next vote. And at that point, the total shit show will begin. That's when the fun starts, I feel. The faking of the voting is going to be quite interesting, I feel.
Well, the thing is, in my opinion, I feel like they've already overplayed their hand. Because yeah, you can use you can use the virus to change things to benefit you and do some rather questionable stuff and do whatever you can to hide it. Yeah, you can pull that off for a little bit. People aren't as dumb as you think they are, and the more you try to do that, people will catch on. And when people catch on to what you're doing, they're not going to be too happy about it. And that's going to lead to negative consequences, which, in my opinion, is the reason they're trying to purge the police and the military, so that you have people who are loyal to party and not country, because they know they're going to need it.
Are you planning on talking about the FBI and their absolute genius service going up against the New York City police, or are you keeping that one quiet because it's not worth it?
You know what? I wasn't planning on talking about it simply because there's not a whole hell of a lot to say. It was an intimidation tactic. That's all it was.
Fair.
It's kind of the same thing with you know what? I take it back. There are a few dots worth connecting here.
Okay.
So you have the FBI going after the head of the police unit in New York. You also have the FBI being weaponized by the DOJ to go after parents who are going after school boards because God forbid that you, as a parent of your child, upon learning what your children are being taught in school, protest it. No, you're not allowed to have any sort of authority over your children. Your children belong to the state. They are the future. They belong to us. And let's not confuse things. That's exactly what this mentality is. This comes straight out of the Frankfurt School. This is a very distinctive Marxist mentality where the children, the future generation, the backbone that our society will be built upon belongs just as much to the community as it does to the parents, if not more so. So
I have a question for you. How long do you think it's going to be before they actually ban home teaching?
There's already a few people who are trying.
Oh my God, it started already.
Yeah, no, it's already started.
Oh, I actually thought this was something that would be happening over time. I didn't realize it was started. Sorry, people. Well, my bad. Wow.
Yep. No, it's not on a large scale, but it has already started. And ironically enough, this actually does roll back around into what we were talking about earlier with Trump, because the authoritarians, the what do you want to call them? Globalists, Marxists, fascists. To be blunt, they're all authoritarians. And the fact that they lost authority and the plan slipped just that one time has panicked them enough that they didn't just show their hand. They freaking kicked over the whole damn table and said, nope, fuck it. We're going full bore, pulling out the guns and pointing it to your head, because if you don't do as we say, then, well, it's the gulag for you.
From Susan, Hillary started this crap with the village raising a child. She's not wrong.
No, she's not. She's not wrong at all. And again, this mentality, this idea that the community has just as much of a right to the upbringing and well-being and education of the child as the parent does is distinctively an authoritarian and Marxist mindset and ideology. And again, most people 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago would have, if you tried to explain this to them and tell them that, yes, this is what's happening, this is what's going on in public schools, they wouldn't fucking believe you at all. They would look at you and say, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist, you're a crackpot, here's your tinfoil hat, shut up, and yada, yada, yada. Except it is true. And it's been true for a lot longer than you think it has been. I'm not the oldest person in the world. I'm not a graybeard yet. But even I still remember when I was in school, there were still these types of mindsets and mentalities going on where, well, I'll put it to you this way. The few times my mom was, and this is going to be the key word, allowed into the school to come talk to the people who were the guidance counselor and the principal. Keyword, allowed.
Yeah.
The way she described our public school system was, this is like a fucking prison camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's designed that way because it basically is. And why was she allowed? Why was she allowed in? It's because I stepped out of line and basically told the authorities, the teachers, that they were full of shit. And no, I'm not going to do what you say. And you can't fucking make me. Kiss my ass. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And then when they say, "Oh, well, we're going to have to call your parents." Okay, do it. Do it. See why I'm telling you to kiss my ass and go fuck yourself. And then when my mom comes in and finds out, "Oh, well, what is the reason?" Because I didn't fucking fall in line and walk in a single file line to the fucking lunchroom. And rather than sitting with the fucking 8th graders, I sat with the fucking 7th graders because that's where my fucking friends were. That was enough to get me lunch detention for 3 fucking weeks.
Ouch.
Yeah, 3 fucking weeks. All because I didn't sit at the table that I was designated to sit at. Because again, my friends at the time happened to be in 7th grade. I was in 8th grade. So I sat at the table they were sitting at. And so my mom, the dean, and the guidance counselor, who, to be blunt, was a vapid, daft harridan of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't believe your son is so resistant to authority and this and this and this. It's like, well, what did he do? Like, he sat at the table that we didn't tell him to sit at, and well, why isn't he allowed to sit with his friends? We told him not to, but why? What's the point? But the 8th graders have to sit at this table, and the 7th graders have to sit at this table. You're starting to notice a pattern here. You have to be, you have to be here. You have to be here. You can't challenge our authority. If you do, we're going to threaten you. And if it comes to the extreme, we're going to punish you for it. And then if that doesn't work, we're going to bring in another authority because we're going to assume that that authority is going to ultimately side with us. Except, funny part in this situation, it actually didn't, because my mom looked at them and said, "Are you running a fucking prison camp?" Like, how dare you compare our school to a prison camp? How's it any different? Well, because you have cops. You have cops in the school. You have cops posted at the door. You check everybody's identity before they come in. If a student tries to leave, they get reprimanded. They get in trouble. You tell them where to go. You tell them when to go, where they're supposed to go. How is it not a fucking prison camp? Huh. Maybe it actually is. Maybe this whole thing is actually fucking designed in a certain way to instill a certain type of mindset and value in people from a very young age when they're impressionable, so that they're more easily controlled and they can actually fit into this type of authoritarian Marxist system. Because let's be blunt, that's what this is. And as soon as you fall out of line of it, well, all of a sudden you get branded a domestic terrorist.
Yeah.
And then the feds get weaponized against you because, oh my God, the parents don't agree with what they're teaching. We're teaching their children in public schools. They're clearly domestic terrorists, clearly extremists. We need to investigate them using the FBI. But you're not investigating the teachers who were telling their children to not talk to their parents and tell them what the teachers are teaching them in school, even if that is, potentially pornographic and illegal in nature, which should land them in prison for quite a long time. But don't talk to them about that. Don't investigate the teachers. Don't investigate the schools. Don't investigate the school boards. Like, no, let's investigate the parents, because clearly the parents are the threat. And well, we can't have them questioning authority because their children clearly don't belong to them. They belong to the state. That's what this is all about. And let me reiterate and repeat myself, ladies and gentlemen. What they're telling you, your children do not belong to you. They belong to the state because the state said so. And if you dare go against it, they will utilize and weaponize every asset they have at their disposal to punish you for daring to go against them and their authority.
Doku?
You are a slave.
Doku? Have a look in your DMs. That is the school I went to. Once you've had a look at it, let me know, and then I'm going to tell you something that might give you a bit of either a chuckle or a heart attack, dependent. Do let me know when you've looked at it, mate, won't you?
To be blunt, looks nicer than the one that I did went to. So
that's worrying. That was my primary school, or lower school. I don't know what you guys would call it in America.
Oh, I'll describe to you. I'll describe to you real quick what mine looked like.
Mm-hmm.
It was a block next to a block.
Yep.
With bus comes in from the right side, pulls around in front, drops kids off, comes out the left side, goes back on the main road, leaves. It looked like a straight up fucking prison.
That's kind of bad. Okay.
Dude, I shit you not. It was a square brick building that had two little sections that jutted out on both the left and right side.
Yeah.
And it was just a U-shaped bus drop-off area in the front, and it was surrounded by a fucking fence.
Oh, yeah, but I should point out, you can barely make out the wall there, and I've actually shown the top half of it. If you double its height, that will give you an idea of the wall for that school. It was very much, this is where your children are staying. There was no, I'm not actually joking in this. There was barbed wire along the top
of
a
surprise
school. Me. That's horrifying, mate. It really is. But anyway. So what we've discovered is your country sucks, your leadership sucks, and they're going to be taking all of your children away from you, even if you're homeschooling them, and are going to be dragged into their teaching factories. Sound about right?
Close, yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that I was fully up to date. Didn't want to make any mistakes. Well,
no, I don't think you did, actually.
No. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we will call it there. We are coming up to the 1 hour mark. Thank you very much for coming out and listening to us. Well, okay, listen to him witter on and basically me act like a complete idiot. So thank you very much. And thank you, Doku, for giving your opinion.
I'm not wrong.
No. Do you want to do your I told you so speech or not?
I'm getting tired of saying I told you so, but fuck, I told you so.
Okay. Bye-bye, everyone. Goodbye.